Okay, thank you for joining this session. Uh, this is a brief overview of the latest iteration of ITIL, ITIL 4. This is presented on behalf of the IT Service Management SIG from the ACCS. My name is Edward Gray. I'm at the University of Mary Washington. I've been here for almost 21 years. I got my master's degree here at the university. I have a slew of certifications. I'm also an accredited trainer for Verisim, Lean IT, as well as ITIL 4. You can find more information about me on my website, or you can email me directly. My contact information will be at the end of the presentation. So what we're going to talk about today is briefly the exam retirement schedule for version 3 exams, the certification scheme for ITIL 4, and then we're going to touch on each of the different modules: Foundation, the Managing Professional Transition course, and then the intermediate modules. And then hopefully there will be plenty of time at the end for questions. So starting off with the exam retirement schedule. So ITIL version 3 has been around since 2007. And with the release of ITIL 4, the older exams are being retired. The version 3 foundation exam just retired at the beginning of July this year. If you are looking to continue your version 3 certifications, you have until the end of this year, 2021, to obtain any of your version 3 intermediates, as all of those will be retired at the end of this year. And if you have your ITIL version 3 expert, or if you have 17 credits, you qualify for the ITIL 4 Managing Professional Transition, but that will be retiring on July 1 of 2022. This is the certification scheme. So everything is underpinned by the ITIL Foundation course. And then you have two streams: the Managing Professional and the Strategic Leader. The Managing Professional is analogous to the ITIL Expert. This is for those practitioners who are actually doing the day-to-day work. The Strategic Leader stream is more for the C-suite, those who are setting the direction and strategy for the organization. And you'll notice that the ITIL Strategist Direct Plan and Improve module is in both of those streams. It is a single course, so once you take it once, you've got it for it counts for both of those streams, so you don't have to take it twice. And for any of those intermediate certifications, Foundation is a requirement. The Managing Professional and Strategic Leader designations are just that. They're designations. They are not additional exams or courses. So if you're going for the ITIL Strategic Leader, for example, once you take the ITIL Foundation, the Direct Plan and Improve, and the Digital and IT Strategy, you've taken those courses and you've passed all of the exams, you earn the Strategic Leader designation. It's not an additional exam or course. Similarly, with the Managing Professional, once you take the Foundation, the 3 specialist exams, and the Strategist, Direct Plan and Improve, you earn the Managing Professional designation. The Managing Professional Transition, as I said, is a bridge exam, a course and exam for those who are ITIL version 3 experts, or who have had 17 credits in the version 3 certification scheme, they qualify to take the managing professional transition to bridge over and earn the managing professional designation. And with that, what exactly is in the ITIL Foundation exam or course and exam? So the ITIL 4 Foundation was released in February of 2019. It is a 2-day training course. And while the course is highly recommended, it is not required. This is the only exam that you can self-study for. All of the others require accredited training before you can take the exam. The syllabus and sample papers are on the AXELOS website. Again, you'll get a copy of the presentation with all of these links. Some of the topics covered in Foundation are the basics of service management. So what exactly is a service? What is service management? What is value? What is utility, warranty? What's the difference between an output and an outcome, etc. You'll go into some of the new concepts, such as the service value system, the service value chain. You'll cover the 4 dimensions of service management, the 7 guiding principles, and the practices of ITIL. You'll notice that what's not listed here are processes. Processes are included in practices. So in version 3, there was a big focus on processes. Those have evolved into practices, and here they are. The 26 practices and functions from ITIL version 3 have morphed into the 34 practices here. And the breakdown is just informational. You don't need to know which is in which category. Basically, technical management practices identify those practices that developed in technology management. Those service management practices are practices that evolved and developed in service management. And general management practices evolved outside of service management. And you'll notice that some of the items here are in bold. Those are practices that will be tested on the foundation exam. A basic knowledge, so purpose statement and a few definitions. For those with the double asterisk, those require a little bit more detail. So more terms, more information about those practices will be required on the exam. And for the exam, it is standard multiple choice. So 4 possible answers. 1 of them is correct. The other 3 are incorrect. The number of questions is 40. Passing score is 65%. It is a closed book, closed notes. You have 60 minutes. And for those interested, it is testing at Bloom's level 1 and 2. So remembering and understanding the concepts. The Managing Professional Transition was released in October of 2019. And as I said, this is available through July 1 of 2022. This is a 5-day training course. It does require a course through an accredited training organization. You cannot self-study for this or any of the subsequent courses. And once you take the course and pass the exam, it allows you to use the ITIL Managing Professional designation. And as I said, the target audience for this exam, course and exam, is for those practitioners with significant experience in service management and those with the ITIL V3 expert or those with sufficient points in the V3 exam scheme to qualify for the managing professional exam. So if you do not have sufficient points, this is not the route that you would want to take. So why is it a bridge or transition? It covers effectively the new material introduced in ITIL 4. Since ITIL 4 is an evolution and not a revolution, it builds on what was already in place with ITIL 3. So it covers about 30 to 40% of what's included in the foundation, specialist, and strategist exams. Effectively, the new content introduced in ITIL 4. Again, the syllabus is available on the AXELOS website. And again, multiple choice questions, only one answer is correct. If you are familiar with previous iterations of the ITIL exams, the intermediate exams had gradient questions. That is no more. None of the exams are gradient. It's all one correct answer. The rest are incorrect. So with this exam, there are 40 questions. Passing score is 70%. Again, closed book, closed notes. This one you have 90 minutes, and this one is at a slightly higher Bloom's level of 2 and 3, understanding and application. And we go into the intermediate modules. The content for the exams is pulled from the exam-specific publication. So each module has a publication. Content is also pulled from the practice guides. That means that not everything in the book is examinable, and not all examinable content is in the book. That's something different from previous versions. So you'll need to pay close attention to each syllabus for specifics. But for all of these courses, they are 3-day courses. An accredited training organization is required to provide the course, and there is no self-study option. And again, all of these courses require you to have passed the ITIL 4 foundation as a prerequisite. So for the examinable content, some of the information in the publication is examinable, some is not. Based on the syllabus, that will determine what information is and is not examinable from the publication. The syllabus will also call out what information from which of the 34 practices is relevant and examinable in the this particular module. Typically, examinable content from practices include section 2 from the practice guide. So the purpose statement, terms and concepts, scope, practice success factors. Anything else that's covered will be specifically called out in the relevant syllabus. And each module, each intermediate module covers different practices, and some practices are referenced in multiple modules. So you'll see that quite a few are referenced in high velocity IT because high velocity IT addresses things at a different level from a different point of view. Direct Plan and Improve focuses a lot on governance as well as improvement and planning. So this covers improvement and change. Again, you'll want to reference the particular syllabus you're looking at. to know which ones are referenced and which sections of each of the practices is referenced specifically. For the exams on these intermediate modules, this information is for the exams in the managing professional stream. The ITIL Strategist digital and IT strategy is different, and I'll cover that at the end when I talk about that module. But for the rest of the exams, they are again simple multiple choice questions, one correct answer, the rest are incorrect. 40 questions, passing score is 70%. Again, closed book, closed notes, and 90 minutes to take the exam, Bloom's level 2 and 3. So you have to provide an understanding and ability to apply the concepts. So we'll go into the ITIL Strategist, Direct Plan and Improve as the first intermediate module. This one was released in November of 2019. As I said, this one is in both of the streams, the Managing Professional and the Strategic Leader stream. Again, the syllabus is available on the AXELOS website. The target audience for this is for those managing at all levels, and those specifically involved in shaping the direction and strategy, those involved in improving the team or service, those involved in planning, improving, or managing change, and those interfacing with governance, risk, and compliance. Some of the topics it focuses on are the practical and strategic elements of ITIL, the ability to use ITIL methods in the overall modern IT strategy, creating a learning and improving IT organization with a strong and effective strategic direction, and ensuring that there is a clear alignment between the strategy and operations, and specifically how to maximize desired business and digital outcomes. So this diagram is the service value chain, and the Direct Plan and Improve focuses on the plan and improve activities in the service value chain, as well as the governance area in the service value system. So we'll move on to the Create, Deliver, and Support, one of the 3 ITIL Specialist modules. This was also released in November of 2019. This one is only in the Managing Professional stream. The next 3 are only Managing Professional exams. Again, the syllabus is available at the AXELOS website. This is targeted at practitioners and leaders managing the operations of IT-enabled and digital products and services. It's targeted at anyone responsible for delivery, including development, deployment, and monitoring and support. And it's also for anyone responsible for assuring that services are delivered and supported according to agreed levels. So this is more for your operations individuals and those involved with service level agreements, either developing or maintaining or operating against those agreements. This could be considered the core service management activities and how to expand the current scope of ITIL. This is the logical, actionable next step to enable immediate, tangible changes. This also focuses on the co-creation of innovative yet reliable technology-enabled services. This is what some people consider the engine room of service management. So this is your daily operations. This is your designing, your transitioning, your obtaining and building, and your delivery and support. Next, we'll take a look at drive stakeholder value. This was released in February of 2020. Again, in the Managing Professional stream, the syllabus as again at the AXELOS website. This module is targeted at IT and digital professionals responsible for managing and interfacing with stakeholders and fostering relationships to gain a value realization. This module is focused primarily on relationships. Relationships with customers, relationships with users, relationships with partners and suppliers. It focuses on anyone who designs or manages customer journeys and experiences. One of the topics in here is customer journey mapping, user and customer experience. It's also targeted at professionals who need to manage customer demands and expectations. So facilitating those relationships with customers. So again, the focus is on all types of engagement and interaction between providers and customers, users, suppliers, partners. It focuses on how to convert demand into value via IT-enabled services. It focuses on multi-dependent workflows and systems for both consumers and producers. And it focuses the tools needed to increase and sustain stakeholder satisfaction. So it focuses on the engagement to identify the demand to produce or co-create the value that will meet the consumer's needs and leverage partners and suppliers' capabilities. The last ITIL specialist, High Velocity IT. This was also released in February of 2020. This is also in the Managing Professional stream. Again, the syllabus is at the AXELOS website. The target audience is managers and practitioners working within or towards the delivery of digital products and services, and anyone involved in digital services or working on digital transformation projects. Specifically, this module is targeted toward those who are working in or migrating toward or investigating a lean, agile, or DevOps way of working, or looking to leverage highly automated environments. So some of the focuses are looking at the digital perspective and a new way of looking at ITIL. ITIL has been traditionally viewed as a slow and bureaucratic framework. It doesn't have to be. It has never had to be slow and bureaucratic. It's all in the way it is adopted and implemented. So we look at ITIL's operating model principles and operational practices and how they can be used for digital delivery and transformation. And we investigate ways in which digital organizations and digital operating models function in high velocity environments. So environments such as DevOps, Agile, and Lean. We take a look at the difference between IT transformation and digital transformation and knowing where to make our digital investments for maximum return. And since we're taking a look at how we can leverage ITIL in high velocity environments, we're looking at the entire service value chain. And the ITIL leader, digital and IT strategy. This was released in September of 2020. And this one is limited to the strategic leader stream. The syllabus is available again on the AXELOS website. The target audience is leadership. So leaders and aspiring leaders looking to build and implement effective IT and digital strategy that can tackle digital disruption and drive success. This one does require some management experience. It focuses on how to build and implement an effective IT and digital strategy, and it does tackle digital disruption and how we can drive success in our organizations. The assessment for this one is quite different. It's two-part. During the 3-day course, there are 4 in-class assignments. Each assignment is multi-part, part of a practical application. There are a total of 40 marks. The passing score is 70%. This is open book, open notes, and depending on the provider that you choose, the training provider that you choose, this could be an individual assignment or group work. The allotted time, it is an in-class assignment, so for each of these assignments, you could get 30 minutes to an hour, possibly an hour and a half, depending on the assignment. This one does require quite a bit of analysis, so it is evaluated at Bloom's level 4. After successful completion of the course and passing the in-class assignments, you have to pass the in-class assignments before you can sit the multiple choice exam. The multiple choice exam, again, is 30 questions this time. Single correct answer, the rest are incorrect. Passing score is 70%. Closed book, closed notes. 60 minutes for this exam, and again, this is examined at Bloom's level 2 and 3, understanding and application. So some resources that will be included when you get copies of the slides. More information on ITIL is available at the AXELOS website, including all of the syllabi, sample papers, etc. Available on the ITIL AXELOS website. The stationery office, TSO, is the official publisher. And on that link, there is also a link to a free 54-page introduction to ITIL 4. It covers at a very high level the information that will be included primarily in the ITIL 4 Foundation course. So you can get a flavor of what will be included on that exam. Also, you may want to investigate the My ITIL subscription, which includes access to the practice guides, white papers, templates, etc. And once you pass one of your ITIL 4 exams, you will get a complimentary 1-year subscription to the My ITIL subscription. So once you pass your, for example, the ITIL 4 Foundation exam, you will get a 1-year subscription to My ITIL so that you can access the practice guides for your future study. With that, this is my contact information.